Alright guys, we have another game. This time we have Ottomans against Abbasid. We got Ileana playing as the Ottomans in the color blue and Kiljardi playing as the Abbasid in the color orange. We are in Lipani, a map that is very good for berry safe users. You have quite a lot of berries here, look at that. 1, 2 patches, 3 and 4, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, 2 more here. Oh my god, look at this. Now I don't think Giljardi will just really go there to grab some berries here, but who knows? Who knows? Ottomans and Abbasid have been in a really weird situations. Well, more Ottomans, where they've been through a lot of changes actually. And Abbasid, like, despite they got the nerf that they needed, I believe they needed, still, like, it plays pretty much the same, to be honest. I find very little value on going for another wing in the Feudal Age. Like, I wish I could, but most of the time I find very little value on just going economic wing. But to be honest, a lot of people in the ladder just stop using Abbasid. I guess because of trendings. A lot of people just, oh, they hear that, like, this thing is broken and they just use it, and then suddenly they fix it and then go for something else. I haven't been playing ladder much these days. I've been really busy with work, but I've been from the few times, like in total this season I have like 40 something games. I don't see Abbasid as often as before. Like before it was very common. It was even more common that, you know, playing against English, which it's already extremely common. So they got a little bit of a nerf. They got from, I think they went from 35% to 30%, which basically makes the farm transition a little bit more expensive. Like, I think 51, it used to be 40 something, 49 or maybe 41, I don't know. But you still need to go out in the map. And look at that, military wing coming for Kiljardi. And for a very good reason, the opponent opened up with you know, a single spearman. Now you don't really need those military wing units to defend this. I really don't feel it's entirely necessary. Like this guy, you just beat him up, you know. Like this guy have 80 health, 7 damage. Guess what? Villagers have 6 damage. So 5 villagers here. Just beat the hell out of this guy. I don't know if he's gonna do that or he's just gonna go back. He may potentially go back. But meanwhile, on the Ottoman side, Sultan Hani trade network coming up for him. It's been very popular these days to go this landmark instead of the berry bushes. Just because you can get like very, like, you get like 3 traders for free at the beginning. And that already puts you ahead. It's kind of like the Ayubit melee, like the economic wing, where you get 3 villagers, like in the Feudal Age. Or I think it was 7 villagers on the Castle Age. It's kind of like pretty much the same, where instead of villagers you get traders. And right off the bat, like, you get like 72 gold a minute, I believe. It is 72 gold a minute, which is not bad, to be honest. It's almost like having the Mansa Quarry for yourself. You can always build more if you want, or if you want to trade at the end. Like, you can potentially do that. I don't think Ilion is gonna do that, but in any case, it's always an option for him. It's always an option. And there you go, Ileana goes to the Feudal Age, and let's see if he wanna go for a second town center as well. Ottomans, like, their economy is just so slow. It's really hard to measure Ottoman economy against other cities because they are already getting a lot of free value from the military schools. So indirectly, Like they are using their economy right away, which is nice, which is very, very nice. But a lot of people find like Ottomans like really slow, myself included. Is like they really don't have any bonuses. In terms of economy, like yeah, they really don't have any bonuses except for some vizier points, which they can momentarily boost the villager production, or you can get Anatolian hills and have extra villager gathering rate. Other than that, they feel really slow. Giljardi already moving on with these units. And I already have the second town center. Wow, this is a beautiful spot. I wonder if he want to go for a third one. That would be really hard, to be honest. That would be really hard, considering Giljardi. It's the type of guy that prefers to attack most of the time. He's not really the defensive type of player. If you want to know what I mean with defensive type of player, you can take a look at Duke Husi. Like, this is too defensive, like maybe too much sometimes, but he gets away with that, and he's almost, I think he's around 2000 elo player, so he's a really damn good player. So which pretty much shows that you can play this game in, depending on your style, you can play it in many different ways. You don't have to play it one way. Obviously, maybe some civs are very dominant in certain ways. Like, if you want to play very defensive with the Ottomans, like, you're not getting value out of these guys that are coming for free from here, right? But anyway, looks like Giljardi will just stay in 2TC. Probably gonna be the classic 2TC fast castle that we see with the Abbasid, and just make archers. Just make archers. Now his farms are just gonna be really expensive, so you cannot really go for farm transition if Ottoman decides to push very hard. But I don't think that's gonna be a problem for him. And talking about how slow Ottoman are, like, Abbasid can get the second town center really fast. Meanwhile, Ottomans, like, they have pretty much the same amount of production buildings, except they invest on this one. Like, they're just really slow. A really slow civ. So we're gonna see some camel archers now. Sipaki gonna join the party for Ileana. Already have 11 archers. Looks like he's moving out. Archers is the type of unit that you wanna move out when you have more than a couple of them. It's one of those units where it shines, where you have a lot of them. I mean, every unit is good when you have a lot of them, right? But especially archers, because they're able to one-shot when they achieve some critical mass. They can one-shot some units, and they can also do some DPS. DPS from the back. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's why you need to wait for it. I already have plus 1 range armor and researching siege engineering, so looks like he's gonna go to the back, and we'll try to take down this town center. Looks like Liana will spot some villagers here. See, already plenty of archers for Giljardi, but he doesn't have much units to deal with the Sipahi, which are definitely a problem. Like with the Mekter here, you can have plus 1 range armor. You have 2. Plus 1, plus 2 in total is means 4. So this guy has 2 range armor. So it's town center is it's not gonna be so hard to take it down, to be honest. Bootcamp coming for Giljardi, gonna be having extra health for these archers. And looks like he's only gonna be defending with archers. Just 4 archery range, no spearman whatsoever. It doesn't matter if there are like 5 Sipahi. The problem with going full archers in this kind of situations is that basically you don't have anyone to take down the rams. And that becomes a problem when you have like 2 or 3 rams and you have to use your villagers. The opponent will try to snipe them, and you're just gonna lose a few villagers there and eventually lose the lead that you have for going for a second town center. So that's the problem of not having military units, especially horsemen. Horsemen do pretty good against rams. Looks like Leona just gonna build another ram just to be safe. Scout managed to spot this out. Already big walls coming for Kiljardi here. Gonna be securing quite a lot of food in the back. 2 deer packs? That's very, very nice. Considering all the berries are on the way of Iliona's army. And looks like Ileona will now go for that push. Not enough room for 2 rams. Excuse me. Like, you got a work to do. Oh no. You gotta hate to see this. Come on. There you go. Now, Ileona he does have +1 range attack, but he also have +2 range armor. Mekter is still alive. So these guys, they're gonna be tanky, but they're not like man-at-arms, you know. Eventually they're just gonna die if they stay here. Especially, I feel like it was this point. Like, the problem with Ilio is that he forced a fight here in this area, and you basically have an intersection between 2 town centers, and one of them is a main town center, and you were getting shot from 2 town centers, not 1. And if you just fight here, like in this area, like I feel like the story will have been different, and now Ileona needs to go back, do that walk of shame, and Kiljardi already have 42 archers. Looks like he's trying to go to Castle Age now. That's a lot of villagers on gold. Already have plenty of food in the back. Just gotta get that food and push with what he has at the moment. Now, Ilio can actually pump a lot of units really fast. Despite his economy not being as good as the Abbasid. Look at the economy, man. Almost 1,000 food. 700 wood a minute. 400 gold. It's too much of a big difference. It's just too much. Looks like Kiljardi will pull back for now. It's like, you know what? I'm about to age up. I don't need to risk it. I'm just gonna age up. I'm gonna upgrade these archers, and then I'm gonna go for it. But Ilio pretty much smells this. Like, if you fail a push like this, probably the Abbasid player, if he's not going for a counter attack, like, he may wanna age up. And indeed, he has the economic wing. I like this because he doesn't have the map control at the moment. So in worst case, he can go farms. Getting those berries out is just gonna be really hard for him. Just a single battering ram for Ilio, but Ilio doesn't have the... He doesn't have the military numbers. I mean, 49 archers against this. Just keep in mind there are Sipagi out there, and there isn't a single spearman from Kiljardi. Is he gonna be able to snipe those Sipagi? So that's the question. And it's gonna be really hard. I feel like if Ilio just goes, he's just gonna be fine. Like with the front line, we're about to see that. No spearman, guys. No spearman challenge. 4 Sipagi, 2 of them avoiding work. And Kiljardi is just losing quite a lot of archers. He's about to age up, and he has no other choice but to take this fight. Now, he still have the numbers, but you're not gonna be able to upgrade like almost 50 archers for yourself. I feel like if he had more horsemen, the numbers will have gone completely different. Just a couple more horsemen. Like the horsemen that were here, instead of just trying to find some villagers, just try to take down the archers. It would have been a totally different fight for Elio. And Kiljardi already reached the castle age. You know what's coming. Composite bows, veterancy for those archers. Composite bows, such a expensive technology. It's gonna be going for preservation of knowledge first. Respect for that. And now Zipaki already arrived in the right time. Elio also trying to age up as well. Has plenty of food. He just needs a little bit of gold. Now that Mangonel coming up for Kiljardi. You gotta be careful here not to lose villagers. It's like a fast reaction for Kiljardi. Managed to pull the villagers away from here. Goes to the wood. Well, let's take a look at Elio's base. Already 3 military schools. He's pumping units. He have enough food to age up. He just needs a little bit more gold. He's trying to get there. He's trying to get there. Now, if Ottoman gets to Castle Age, they're in a good spot, despite not having the same economic numbers that the opponent have. They are in a very, very good spot. It's like some villagers gonna get spotted here. Right, Kiljardi is gonna be mixing some Gulams now, which is gonna be really tough. +2 range armor coming as well for him. I feel like this is just a distraction at this point. And Elio doesn't know this. Like he just wants to distract the opponent because he knows he's aging up. He wants to let the opponent stay at his base. Like, don't go to my base. Like, I need some time. I need some time for my upgrades. I need some time to age up. And Gulams are just gonna be really tanky. 224 HP. These guys have boot camp. +2 range armor. They're just gonna go for it. It's like Kiljardi, strangely enough, playing very safe. And now, few seconds, Elio will age up and Kiljardi just won't stop playing around. Now Gulams are just gonna be tanking all the damage here. Mangonel on the way. Gotta be careful with this opening here. It's a lot of archers for Ilion as well. Veterancy for those Sipaki coming really soon. Especially what he did against so many archers. Archer Gulam always a very, very good combo for the Abbasid. Just plenty of DPS and very, very good front line. Plenty of HP at the front line. Plenty of armor. Now this is an army that is hard to stop. There's a lot of archers here. But not only that, you have a Mangonel. Let's see if Elio will be able to stop this. He's having those upgrades. So he will be pushed back for the moment. He cannot gather those berry bushes. And finally, Kiljardi takes the first villager off the game for him. Gotta be mixing some spearmen as well. Especially because he can go for some lancers. You don't really want to fight lancers against this. Mangonel goes forward. And Elio about to get those upgrades. And he already have the upgrades +2 range attack coming as well. So these archers are gonna be doing quite a decent damage against those Gulams, but not quite enough. Not quite enough. The question is who's gonna deal with that Mangonel. Mangonel is just doing plenty of DPS on the back. And just these archers are like, it's just too much DPS. Too much DPS going on for these archers. And Elio taps out. Kiljardi takes the game. Well played by these two guys. Hope you have enjoyed this one. And I will see you in the next one.